Summer Wine Trails are back. One of the toughest, most highly anticipated trail series in the Huddersfield area and indeed in Yorkshire and beyond. It's made up of several races, including the School Run, the Holme Valley 5 miler, the Hepworth Trail, the Stairway to Heaven, and the Holme Valley Trail Half Marathon. Several really tough races, full of Yorkshire grit, but for everyone. They're inclusive for people from beginners all the way through to seasoned racers. This is a trail series you don't want to miss. And this is something that has really brought the local running and wider communities together in the Holme Valley.
A group of us were just really enjoying sort of small local running events where they're not too expensive, but they're fun, low-key, connected in with the community. And we noticed that small community groups like the school, when my kids went to, they've only got about 20 families trying to fundraise for the school. And some of the schools were in danger of closure as well. So they've basically got no money whatsoever. And they're asking the same small community to fundraise. So I thought, well, we can bring the two together here, because people are happily paying to do a race. And they'll probably be keen to do that if it supports the community. So people really entered it. They've run the races in all different weather conditions, and they seem to love them even more. Even when we're going through thunderstorms, we tend not to cancel. So they'll just crack on. They've loved it, and it's just got bigger and bigger. Some through the fact that they love the medals and the way they connect to make one bigger medal. And I think some people just love the fact that they're local. The scenery is incredible. I don't think we realise how lucky we are to live in such a beautiful place. And also I think people like them that they're hard and really challenging. We are bouncing back after COVID. It's lovely seeing the events continuing. And we've also now got 4 race directors, one of which is myself. So we're expanding the core team a little bit, because it'll be 10 years soon, and I really like sort of sharing the leadership, sharing the responsibility for it, because it's a real community effort. So I'm really excited to see that growing and more people getting involved.
And I just wanted to try and help out and see if I could use any resources or anything I had at my disposal to sort of, make it more of a community-based thing. And, we've all got to do stuff to help improve our local community. John's one of the people that does stuff. A lot of people talk about doing things, but John's an actual doer. And I think that I just sort of gravitated towards that and wanted to, be a part of it, really. But yeah, we had a great pub quiz. We raised about, I think he took about nearly £400 or something like that. And everyone contributed, and we charged everyone. Well, we asked everyone that came in to give a donation, so it's usually free. Gave out some good prizes, did some silly games, and it was great. A lot of the local runners turned up, a lot of the Harriers and stuff like that turned up. And, it's just a really nice sort of show of support for something in the community. And we were able to sort of combine that with our usual regular non-running beer drinking customers and sort of mash them all together and have a really good night. Yeah, we're a craft beer bar at heart, but we sort of, the idea behind it is to try and make a community-led bar. So, we do things that are like, we do regular quizzes, we do the running club, we have free tasting events, but really our drive is to make it a place that's important to the community beyond just a place to drink.
And the absolute best thing about Summer Wine Trails is not only the nice technical courses that there are, but they're inclusive to everyone. So it doesn't matter who you are, what kind of background you come from, come and give these a go. There's something for everyone. There's plenty of hills, there's a bit of flat stuff, there's plenty of downhills as well, which people enjoy. All kinds of different lengths, ranging from kind of 5 miles up and upwards. So there's everything. There's something for everyone to have a go at, which is really fantastic, and what makes this series so unique as well, and why it attracts so many people from not only around Huddersfield and the wider Yorkshire area, but from across the Pennines over near Manchester and Lancashire as well. This is a place where there are lots of inspirational stories. There are lots of people who show a lot of enthusiasm for the trail series, who have really, really interesting stories. So I had a chat with Richard Whale, who's a Holme Harrier, a little bit about his experience racing in the Summer Wine trail series since its conception in 2014.
What was it that grabbed your attention and got you wanting to do that as an event initially?
Initially, I was coming back from injury.
Yeah.
Basically, I think life is very much like a game of snakes and ladders.
Mm-hmm.
You go along ever so nicely. Sometimes you really get a boost and you hit a ladder. Other times you hit a snake. I've had a couple of snakes. In 2002, I got meningitis. I got put on life support, and I nearly didn't come out of that. And I was really lucky. All it left me with, it was totally deaf in my left ear. But yeah, and I had a major stroke, so I couldn't, nothing coordinated. I couldn't move, I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk. So it was like pressing the restart button. So I restarted and then got back up and got running, and the Harriers, really got me going. But this was another Everest.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This came round at a school run, advertised as a 6.7 miler, I think, and that was a marathon. Yeah. And it was hilly. Yeah. And I thought, I'm going to do that. Yeah. That is my aim. I'm going to get focused. What a fantastic run that is.
Yeah. For you, which one's your favourite one out of the races that there are?
Stairway to Heaven, because that's the biggest challenge. The one I love about that is that the start is horrendous getting up there, but once you're up there, it is a slog, but it's beautiful scenery. Yeah. And then you finish the first lap, and because he's held the sort of the 10Kers up for half an hour, you pick up the tail ender of those on the second lap.
Oh, really?
Because you don't go all the way back to Home Bridge. Yeah. Once you're up, you stay up. Yeah. And you pick them up, you know, and because lots of locals, and we know most of the people, because it's all the same people do it.
It's good, that must help you kind of...
It's
like having pacemakers in front of you.
You're pulling to them and how you doing that? You should have done it, or we should have done it now, and it's a bit of banter.
Last year, I think, they introduced a prize for fastest in a flat cap, I believe. I've seen one or two photos of you wearing
I
tell me a bit about that then.
I think he started it off on the first race.
Did they?
Yeah,
right, okay.
it was very early on.
Okay.
And I was looking, you know, and it was all, you know, prizes for age categories and this, that, and the other. And I thought, well, and you look at seeing what prizes you're in. I think at the time I was fairly early in a decade. Fairly late in the decade. Yeah. I must have been 56, 57. So I thought the V50s, all the 50-year-olds.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm not going to be fastest male. Yeah. Highly unlikely I'm going to be fastest female. Highly unlikely I'm going to be fastest V50. What other prices? Flat cap. And I thought, hey, I've got to have a chance here. Yeah. And you can have a bit of banter, because I've got a running mate, Tracy Newman. Yeah. And the last school run, I fell out with her. Because she says, I'll come with me flat cap, she says, and I've got 3 spares here because I've got loads at home. Anybody else want one? And I said, don't get him one, he's too fast.
If you've not ever raced before or ever volunteered before, it's probably a lot more fun than you think. You know, some people have never volunteered before, they find they absolutely love it. And if you've not done the races before, then you know you'll always find that people will welcome you, they'll help you along. So it's a hard challenge, but it will be more enjoyable than you think.
Well, Summer Wine Trail Series, as I said, is kicking off very, very soon. So the first race is in June, so get your entries in as soon as possible. All the details about the series are on the Summer Wine Trails website. That's www.summerwinetrails.co.uk. and you can get in touch with anyone you need to on there as well. So get yourself entered. Remember, this is a series that has something for everyone. It has all the hills, all the beauty of West Yorkshire and the Pennines in it. It really has something for everyone, and I would highly recommend anyone to go and have a go at it. It's really inclusive, it's really good fun, and I've heard that there is some excellent grub at the end of it. So make sure you're there. Make sure you're part of the Summer Wine series and Summer Wine Trails, whether that's running or volunteering, because it's a fantastic local event. See you there.